Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Brad Mower,
and this is IFXtra. So, how is everybody this week? It's dark and September. Nope, not September. November-y. Start again.
Time.
I know. Yeah, November. Very dark nights. Yeah. So, yeah, it feels like bedtime as soon as it gets to 4 o'clock.
It's all these clocks going back stuff.
I know. It just makes you feel tired. But anyway, what have you been up to this week?
Bits and pieces of stuff. Been doing some app development, sorting out some iPhone, iPad bugs. Two main things with that. One, we had a bug on the list to do with in iOS 15, I think the new one. They added in like a big buttons mode or something along those lines. Yeah, to make it easy. The hit targets become bigger for things and stuff like that. Anyway, it scales some stuff. It messed up the palette layout, so that is fixed. This update isn't out yet, so I say it's fixed and will be out shortly.
Okay.
So I fixed that. There's also an issue with there is now sort of like a system dark mode switch in iOS, and it makes the app look terrible because it doesn't respect the actual dark mode that we built. So I need to sort that out, but I'm still on that at the minute. Also, something else.
You've added in something?
No, separate from that.
Okay.
Something that's not on the list here.
Okay.
I know people have been asking about portrait mode, and I said, well, on iPad, we've had to disable that temporarily for technical reasons. There's a bug in something that we're using that we can't fix. I've seen there's been an update for that, actually. I haven't had a chance to test and see if it fixes this iPad bug, though. So if that is fixed, then we can get that fix into interference, and then we can switch that back on. So maybe we'll have portrait mode on iPad. We'll have to see what happens.
Okay.
By portrait, I mean landscape, obviously. Aside from that, done a little update on the web, just testing it out. Had a request to look at adding pronoun options for players, and then they'd maybe appear on your profile and when you're posting comments and things. So you know, if people are talking about you, like if you post a comment and then someone replies to it, you know, if they say like, oh, I asked Brad about this before and he said this, you know, they can just look at something I've said and go, oh, right, okay. Because it's the internet, and like, because you can have, like, through your entire relationship with someone on the internet, it might be that you never meet them or speak to them or anything. You're just seeing a name. So sometimes it's a bit difficult. So yeah, we've added that in.
Optional, of course.
Yeah. So main things you need to know about this is it's just on the web at the moment, but will go into the app as well in the next set of app updates. It's optional, so by default it doesn't show anything. You can go to the settings page on the web if you want and choose something. And so we've put in a list of sort of common combinations, but I will admit this is not my area of expertise. So we will have missed some combinations. If there's something you particularly need, if you just drop us an email or ping us on Discord, we can sort that out for you. The details are on the settings page, so you know, like the email address and that. Just go check that out. Cool. So yeah, added that in quickly, cool. And it works quite well, really. But I mean, you know, people sometimes cause fuss about this, but just to clarify, it's optional. If you don't like it, you don't have to set it up. Just saying. I don't think any of our community are like that, though. Yes, exactly. So,
anything else?
Well, I mean, as a side thing on that, I said on Discord earlier, one of the reasons, like, there's multiple reasons why I added it, because someone asked for it, and I wanted a small thing that I could do. But also, I saw someone complaining about another dev team on an entirely different thing, adding this, and like, oh, why were they doing that? It, like, you know, instead of doing important stuff, and I was like, it like literally takes 20 minutes to implement.
And it's important stuff, yeah.
And yeah, importance is subjective. Anyway, point is, I partially did it out of, as Darth Arkela described on Discord, wholesome spite, which I thought was quite nice. So there you go. I partially did it out of wholesome spite to annoy a person who said that it wasn't important on someone else's project.
Okay.
Anyway, I just thought that was a funny term.
Okay.
Yep, that's it, I think.
Right, we're now going to see who won this week's awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Merry Cricket for Black Collared Hawk is soaring majestically in the clouds. I just love the feathers on that. It looks beautiful, all alone up there in the sky. That's wonderful. Well done, Merry Cricket.
My favourite description this week was Forestry, One Only, by Halababababa. Now, I thought this was quite an interesting way of describing the picture. Rather than just saying a tree, Forestry One Only kind of makes you feel that there's one tree, but there should have been more. And it's kind of sad, really. Interesting how a slight change in description can completely change your mental image. Nice work, Halababababa.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Heraclium for the Corn Whisperer. That looks a little bit spooky. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's an amazing picture. Well done, Heraclium. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Now we're going to see what we were doing last week in the forums. So last week it was a forum game because it was the beginning of November. So we had a game of Would You Rather. So I started with one, and then the next person would answer that one and put some in of their own. And there's been some quite interesting ones.
Yeah, like you started off with, would you rather that trees screamed at random or spiders were big enough to be able to open doors?
Yeah.
So
most people went for the trees. Apart from Merry Cricket, who likes spiders.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the trees, you'd get used to it, wouldn't you?
No.
You'd just be like,
not if you lived in a forest.
They'd
be doing it all the time because different ones would be doing it.
I mean, I wonder if they'd be synchronised.
Oh, no, without it.
I mean, that would probably be worse.
I said it random.
Anyway.
But yeah, pop over there and have a look what other people have come up with and put in some of your own. It's quite fun. Okay, now we're going to see what we'll be discussing this week in the forums. What is the most impressive magic trick you've ever seen? Could be on TV or in real life. Tell us about it.
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list. Cool.
Now don't forget, tomorrow night is quiz night, Zeitgeist, with 5 rounds, 5 different topics.
Yeah, if you've not seen this before, every Sunday night at 7 PM UK time over on twitch.tv/interference, we run Zeitgeist, the Interference Quiz of the Week. It's a live interactive quiz stream where you play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard.
Yeah, would you like to know who won last Sunday?
Ooh, go on.
It was Cheyenne. I think their first win.
I think you're right there.
Yeah, they were quite pleased.
Nicely done.
K9 back was second. Well, Cheyenne got 222 and K9 back was second with 212. And then Goose was third with 210. So all pretty close at the top. Over 200 as well.
Yeah, good
It
stuff.
must have been far too easy.
Well, you know, balance, etc. So this is the one that is based on the week's drawings from interference. So it's 5 rounds, 5 questions each inspired by one of your drawings from interference. So who have you picked as featured artists for next week?
This week I have got Seedrog, I've got Cannabita, Gored, Grandma Gale, and MCSC.
Okay, I recognise a lot of those names.
Some favourites, old favourites there.
Yeah, I feel like they're quite long-time players there, actually, for a change. You've got a bit of a mixture recently. Okay, nice, cool. So we won't know what the drawings are until the night. You'll have to join us for that tomorrow at 7 PM UK. Okay, so
on Thursdays we have Zeitgeist 20, which is 20 questions on one topic, and this week it was amazing. Yeah, it was 20 questions on the films of Kenneth Branagh.
Yes. Regular quiz players will know that, yes, you have a thing for Kenneth Branagh, and he does tend to appear in a lot of quizzes, or a lot of questions. And he did actually appear on the stream on Thursday, didn't he?
Yeah,
yes,
he was there in person.
Stood there just over your shoulder.
So guess who the best kind of Branagh fan is? It's Callum. Yeah, he won with 200 points.
Yeah, it was spot on there,
Yeah, Goose was second with 184, and Ginger J was third with 151. Ginger J said she'd been swatting up on IMDb.
Yes, I did like how, I've just been revising for 5 minutes on IMDb, having a look through like filmography and stuff. Yeah.
Well, she did quite well.
It worked though, it worked. Okay. So, that was like Thursday just gone. So what's happening next time?
Next Thursday, we're having a round of 20 questions on game shows. Game shows around the world.
Game shows around the world.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, I've picked an awesome picture by Porcelain.
Ah, Porcelain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember Porcelain.
It's quite an old picture.
Okay, so yeah, game shows around the world. I like that because we're basically a quiz show having a round on game shows.
Pretty much.
I like it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, if you'd like to join in with that, then that'll be Thursday, 7 p.m. UK time over on twitch.tv/interference.
Okay, that's all the news for now. Just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play on the web at playinterference.com or download the Interference app for your phone or tablet, iPhone, iPad, Android, Windows Phone. It's still there.
Everything.
Yeah, just search for Interference in the App Store. You can also get social with us. We're on Twitter at PlayIFX, on Facebook at PlayInterference, and we've got a Patreon page, patreon.com/interference. If you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building all these new things into the website and the app that we want to add in for you, running the quiz, feeding cats, paying server bills. It all goes towards server bills. Yeah. We really appreciate your support, and you get some cool features like replays in Interference and a custom entrance shout out from Ava if you're a quiz player.
That's always fun. Okay, that's it for now. So we'll see you again next Saturday.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.